name is Dr. Mike Chipere. I'm here to introduce our new political party, the Zimbabwe Democratic Movement, and its founding manifesto. We come on the political scene when opposition party leaders and self-appointed prophets proclaim that God is going to descend from heaven and rescue us from ZANU-PF oppression. Some of you have even put your hope in the military, the very same people that gave you a military dictatorship. At ZDM, we put our hope for freedom in the hands of all those who never gained freedom from the 1980 political independence. Those in power claim that they brought us freedom. But what is freedom when many are surviving on a single meal per day? What is freedom when 95% of Zimbabweans have never held a payslip in their lives? What is freedom when we're tortured and murdered for holding views that differ from those in power? What is freedom when hospitals have become places where Zimbabweans go to die? In this short presentation, I will define the Zimbabwe problem and share with you our party philosophy, its three cardinal pillars, and articulate ZDM's most urgent priority. Zimbabwe problems can never be resolved until and unless the Zimbabwe problem is correctly identified. At ZDM, we define the Zimbabwe problem as greed for money, wealth, and power. Our party philosophy is Pan-Africanism because it puts the African and their continent at the center of policy making. Our most urgent priority is returning Zimbabwe back to its people. Many will have the question, how is that going to be possible? We will return Zimbabwe back to its people through the following three cardinal pillars. The first one is reclaiming the money, wealth, and power stolen from Zimbabweans. The second one is redistribution of money, wealth, and power. And by redistribution, we mean taking away the money, wealth, and power from those who stole it and giving it back to the victims of theft and injustice. The third one is justice for victims of abuse of power. The three cardinal pillars of our party will be put into action through the proposed 20-item Zimbabwe People's Charter, which is a set of 20 practical measures that will be taken to reclaim the stolen money, wealth, and power. When I finish presenting the Zimbabwe People's Charter, you will realize that ZANU-PF is not your only enemy. Self-proclaimed prophets are making profit from your suffering. Town council executives are paying themselves upwards of 30,000 United States dollars per month while pumping sewage water into your homes. Police are setting up roadblocks on a daily basis so that they can rob you instead of protecting you. Land barons, chiefs, and politicians are selling your land for personal gain. The healthcare sector is making profits from dying patients. So please listen very carefully as I read out the proposed Zimbabwe People's Charter so that you can understand how it will give life to the three cardinal pillars of our party. The Zimbabwe People's Charter is not arranged in order of importance but according to themes. Charter number 1 to 11 focuses on how stolen money and wealth will be returned to you, while Charter number 12 to 20 focuses on the restoration of people's power. So, Charter number 1, 99% annual taxation will be charged on market value of all valuable domestic, movable, and immovable property that exceeds 4 municipal houses and 4 cars. Charter number 2, 99% income tax will be charged on a fraction of salaries or wages that exceed 60,000 United States dollars a year, backdated to 2009. 60,000 is 10 times more than the amount of money required to support a family of 5. Charter number 3, a monthly bedroom tax will be charged on all house rooms exceeding 15 unless the property is registered and operating as a business with auditable tax returns. Charter number 4, municipal land exceeding 20 hectares owned by individuals or registered companies that employ less than 100 permanent staff will be forfeited to the City Council. Charter number 5, all property lost through the indigenization policies or other means other than a fair market exchange will be returned to its original owners by those who either stole it or benefited by other means. Charter number 6, Zimbabwe insurance companies will be compelled to comply with the Justice Smith Commission, which established that they stole $4 billion from Zimbabwean pensioners. Charter number 7 will ban all export of unprocessed strategic mineral resources. Charter number 8, a conditional grant will be paid to people over the age of 65, orphans, unemployed, disabled, and all inhabitants of Region 5, regardless of citizenship, 5 years after being elected into power. Charter number 9, compulsory employment of all skilled and qualified disabled people by all Zimbabwe Stock Exchange listed companies in proportion to their market capitalization. Charter number 10, we will reduce A2 farm sizes to about 150 arable hectares in regions 1 to 3. The first 150 hectares surrounding the farmhouse will be offered to the owner before the land redistribution. Charter number 11, all A2 farms that have not been used to full capacity in the past 10 years will be immediately reallocated, but with preference given to people with traceable previous commercial farming experience, regardless of their race. Charter number 12, all A2 farm owners will be compelled to reside at their farms and must not be in full-time employment elsewhere. Charter number 13, we will reduce the size of the military to 50% of what it was in November 2017. Charter number 14, all beneficiaries of the War Victims Compensation Fund will be reassessed by an independent organization. Funds inappropriately disbursed must be repaid in US dollars or equivalent in both movable and immovable property. Charter number 15, constitutional amendment will follow constitutional enactment procedures. Charter number 16, all past and present donations or payments made to churches, faith and traditional healers will be refundable when demanded by the donor or payer at any time. Charter number 17, church leaders or owners of churches that are less than 150 years will be compelled by law to have postgraduate qualifications in theology. Charter number 18, all university degrees awarded by unregistered foreign and local universities and honorary degrees awarded by Zimbabwean universities after year 2000 will be respectively invalidated and withdrawn. Charter number 19, the Chiambakwe Commission Gukura Hundi report and the Entumbane report written by Justice Enoch Lumbuchena will be publicized to allow victims to decide on appropriate reparations. Charter number 20, displaced Zimbabweans in the diaspora will be allowed to vote. In conclusion, I would like to reiterate that our 3 cardinal pillars, together with the Zimbabwe People's Charter, ensures that the money, wealth, and power that was stolen from Zimbabweans is returned back to you and your descendants. There will never be a new Zimbabwe until and unless the money, wealth, and power stolen from the people is returned back to the people. Please share this video so that we can gain support of the people and speak from one powerful voice. Thank you.